Okay. So I'm going to have you guys actually come up and work these out. But if you come up, I want you to not just do the problem, but tell me what you're doing. Okay? So I need somebody for number 1. Number 1, number 2. Can you reach that high? Yeah. Okay. So tell us what you're doing, Reese, for number 1. Oh, here, sorry, you need a pen. Oops, wrong one. That's not what we want. Here, let me check that real quick. There, yep. Okay, go ahead now.
You're underline the 5.
There, now go, for real.
Yeah, underline the 5 and the 3.
Okay.
And you take 5.
5 times 3 is?
5 times 3 equals 15.
Okay.
And then you add a 0.
Okay, why did you add a 0?
Because there's a 0 in the problem.
Because there's a 1 0 in the problem. Okay, number 2, Soph, give the marker to Dane. He can do number 3.
I underline 8 and then 2.
Okay, 8 times 2 is?
16.
Okay.
So, and then I put 16. And then I drop the zeros down.
Good job. 2 zeros in the answer because there's 2 in the problem. What else should we add to that answer?
A comma.
A comma. There we go. Okay, guys, remember you're checking these as we go. So if you miss it, fix it. Give it to Brant. Dane, number 3.
You underline the 6 and the 8.
Okay, 6 times 8 is?
8 and 6 equals 48.
Okay.
And then
Here, hold on, let me move this out of your way.
4 zeros in the problem. So 1 and 3.
Good job. 4 zeros in the problem, 4 zeros in the answer. Good morning, Dom. Go ahead and unpack. Okay, so the answer is 480,000. Who's next, Brant? Okay, Dane, give it to Lori.
Underline the 7 and the 3.
Okay.
4 zeros in the problem. So
Okay, 4 zeros in the problem, 4 zeros in the answer. Good job. Hold on. Make a normal comma, not a comma that looks like a giant 1. There we go. I knew you could do it. Give it to Harper.
So,
Lori's doing number 5.
I underline the 4 and the 2.
Okay, what's 4 times 2?
I know 4 times 2 is 8.
Okay,
And there's 3 zeros in each problem. And altogether there's 6 zeros.
so 6 zeros.
And I put a comma after the 8 and in between these.
Okay, so 8 million. Good job. Go ahead and give yours to Sadie. Okay, why was number 6 just a little bit trickier? Dom, go ahead and unpack, and we're going over math. Kendall, why was number 6 just a little bit trickier?
It was 12 times 2.
It was 12 times 2, but should we know what 12 times 2 is? Yeah, so this is about the hardest kind of mental math that I could give you. Go ahead, Harper.
So you underline the 12
Okay, 12
and then 2.
times 2.
12 times 2 is 24.
Okay.
Then you add 2 zeros.
Okay, 2 zeros in the problem, 2 zeros in the answer, 2,400. Give it to Abby. Okay, questions on the first section before we go on? Raise your hand if you really like that mental math stuff. Okay, good. I'm going to scroll down. The next section had a little more work. Sadie, go ahead and do 7. And Abby, you'll do 8. Yep, do both. Do the product as the same factor and the value.
since there's 4 then
There you go. Let me move it out of your way now. Go ahead.
there's 4 tens.
Okay, so she says the 4 tells us that there's 4 tens.
And then the value would be 1,000 because there's 4 zeros.
Yep, 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 4 zeros in the problem, 4 zeros in the answer. Give Jude the marker. If you've already gone, everybody's probably going to go, so don't worry. I'll get you.
So you add 10 sixes?
So 10 sixes. 10 sixes or 6 tens?
6 tens.
6 tens, and we're multiplying them together. Then you have the hard problem of 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. Which is what, Abby?
1.
1. Here, you can move. There you go.
And then you just add all the zeros.
Yep, so 1 times 1 6 times is 1. And then there are 6 zeros in the problem, so we need 6 zeros in the answer. Commas. Start from the back. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3. I don't like that first comma. There we go. Now it looks more like a comma. Good job. Okay, Jude, number 9. Bryce, come up and do number 10 at the same time. Then we'll talk about them both at the same time. Hold on, you're doing number 9 over there. Bryce, do 10. You guys should both be able to write at the same time. Hold on, Jude, put your value in the next box. There we go. So on number 9, Jude did 10 times 10 because it was a 10 to the second power. 10 times 10 is 100. Good job. Bryce is doing 10 8 times. So 1 times 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 1 is 1. 8 zeros in the problem. 8 zeros in the answer. Go from the pink. There you go. There we go. Good job. Questions on those ones? Caden, come do number 11. Bryson, come do number 12. Caden 11, Bryson 12. Yep, that's all you have to do on that one. Caden, why is that value 1?
Because 10 can't go times by 0.
It's not times it by 0 because anything to the 0 power is 1. Bryson, why is yours just 10?
Because 10 times 1 is 1.
It's not 10 times 1, it's just 10 one time.
Yeah.
There's just one 10 there. Questions on those two? Next one, Caden, give it to Maya. Maya's doing 13. Nate, you're doing 14.
I forgot to put my Chromebook away.
Take it down to Miss Dillon's room real quick while you go to your locker. 13 Maya, 14 Nate. If you need to bring your paper up, you can. Okay, first, Maya found that the value of 10 to the 4th is 10,000, a 1 with 4 zeros behind it. 7 times 10,000 is 70,000. Good job, Maya. Okay, Nate did 10 to the 3rd power is equal to 1,000. 5 times 1,000 is 5,000. Good job. Parker, come do 15. I'm going to scoot it up a little bit. Brady, come do 16. Parker, 15. You're a little bit taller. You can get up there. Okay, first Parker's figuring out that 10 to the 5th is the same as, how many zeros you got there? 5? So 100,000. And he has to do 100,000 times 90. So Parker, what mental math do you have to do?
So what I did was 9 times 100,000, and I just added an extra.
Okay, so he did 9 times 100,000 and added a 0. Does that work? Yep. Or 9 times 1 and add how many zeros?
6.
6. Yep. Either way gets us there. Okay, Brady figured out that 10 cubed is equal to 1,000. And then he did 1 times 1 is 1 and added 5 zeros behind it and got 100,000. Good job. Brady, give it to Brody. Give it to Haley, Parker. Oh, I'll have to give Max a problem. He can't be the only one that didn't get one. It's okay, we'll give him a hard one. Okay, Brody knows that 10 to the 0 is equal to 1, so then he did 50 times 1 and got 50. Good job. Go ahead and give it to Max. We'll give him a problem. We don't want him to feel left out. Haley said 10 to the 4th is equal to 10,000. She is correct. What mental math are you going to do, Haley? 4 times 1 is? Okay. 4 times 1 is 4. And how many zeros did you add? 6 of them. Okay, put in your commas. There we go. Good job. Okay, come on up, Max. Don't worry, I'll be nice. Everybody at the bottom of your paper, I want you to add in one more problem.
Kendall didn't go.
Kendall, come on up. At the bottom of your guys' paper, don't you have some space?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to write these 2 problems. Try those out. Let's do the same thing. So what should we do first? Yep, first figure out the power of 10. Find the value of the power of 10. So if you're at your seat, start with the powers of 10.
I put the cat
We got some marker on the board.
It's fine. There we go.
Oopsie.
Okay, so start with your powers of 10. I'm just showing you that it doesn't, and then copy down the rest of the problem. Okay, who thinks they can help Kendall on what she needs to do next? Lori, what do you think?
So she can add the 6 times 4.
Well, we're not adding it. What are we doing to it?
Multiply.
Yeah, so underline all the first digit, because 6 times 4 times 1. Kendall, what's 6 times 4?
24.
Times 1.
24.
Write it down. Good job. So Max is at the same step. 2 times 5 times 1. What's 2 times 5 times 1, Max? 10. Copy it down. Now what do you have to do?
Add the 0.
Now you have to count your zeros. Once you do the mental math, you just got to count your zeros. Max, you might want to make your 10 a little bit lower, because we know 2 times 5 times 1 is 10. Now you have to count your zeros. Okay, let's check Kendall's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I agree with her answer. Max had more zeros to work with. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why does his answer have 8 zeros?
There's 100 in it, and it has more of a exponent.
Nope. Why does... There's only 7 zeros in the problem, but there's 8 in his answer, Parker. Why?
Because 10 has only 0, so when you add 7 zeros with 10, then you have 8.
Yes, because the mental math, the answer ended in a 10. So once you learn this process, you could do it with more than just 2 numbers, okay? It's just in 5th grade, that's all they give us is 2 numbers. Okay, we are going to stop there. What you're going to do the rest of the time is work on your mid-chapter check, okay? So go ahead and get out your math book.